The first $100,000, according to Charlie Munger, a prominent billionaire investor and vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, is the most difficult to accumulate. Many people who have amassed riches have considered this to be true, and the same can be said about reaching the $1 million mark. The next one tends to come considerably faster once you achieve $100,000. You'll have $200,000, $300,000, and $400,000 before you realize it. Then after you've reached the $1 million threshold, the next one is just around the corner, and it appears to go by in a fraction of the time. This is comforting for those of us who believe our wealth is expanding more slowly than we would want. But why does it get easier? Let's look at why it takes such a long time to reach $100,000 and what you can do to speed things up so that you can become wealthy years sooner. Fortune Fastlane teaches people about money, personal finance, and investing. If you want to improve your financial future, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you found this video beneficial. The start of the investment. The process of actually starting to invest was one of the challenges many people face. Investing can appear to be a low priority, and it is frequently placed to the side. You're scratching your head wondering how you're going to retire before you realize it. How many people do you know who would begin investing if they had more capital? They'll invest when they start making more money. Stating you'll invest when you have more money is akin to saying you'll throw wood on a fire as soon as it begins to burn. You invest because you want more money, not because you have too much money. Risk is another typical justification. Most of us have met a coworker or a friend who believes investing is too hazardous and so avoids it totally. Taking the initial step, as with many things in life, is the most difficult. When the finish line appears so far away, it's easy to put something off until later. To get the first $100,000, you'll have to perform the heavy lifting, which means you'll have to contribute the majority of your funds yourself. Compound interest begins to work its magic once your portfolio reaches a certain size. The returns in cash quantities become significantly bigger, even though the percentage returns do not always increase. For example, if a $5,000 investment earns a 10% return in a year, that's only $500. And it's scarcely noticeable. $500 could easily be earned by working a few additional hours every now and then, and it can seem tiny when considered of in this way. If a $100,000 investment earns 10%, you'll have $10,000, which is a good start toward replacing your wage. Once investment hits $1 million, a yearly return of 10% is $100,000. That's a substantial sum, far more than many people make at their jobs, and it's fantastic to witness such rapid development. People believe they can definitely perceive the success of their investments when their portfolio reaches $100,000. The rate at which the snowball expands will accelerate after it starts rolling. If your portfolio expands to a significant size, the progress is highly pleasant, and the enthusiasm can help you go faster. To put it in another way, you'll start seeking for strategies to increase the speed with which you expand your portfolio because the benefits are enormous. You should seek for ways to boost your income so that you can put more money into these investments. You might also seek for ways to improve your returns in order to expedite your growth. You'll think twice about going out to dine and spending $100 in a matter of a few hours. Knowing how effective compound interest is will make you think twice before making purchases. This is because once you see how much that $100 will grow and reward you if you invest it, you'll find it difficult to part with it. If you spend $100 on a dine out, for example, that money is gone for good. If you had invested that money, it could have returned $10 the first year, $11 the following year, and $12 the following year. Of course, $100 isn't a lot of money, but the habit of setting aside $100 in several areas on a regular basis will add up. As your wealth grows, you will have more possibilities, which will become increasingly apparent. When you have $100,000 in the bank, you can do a lot of things that someone living paycheck to paycheck can't. If you have the savings to take a job with a potentially better salary or more room for advancement, but the money isn't consistent, you should take it. Your employment may pay $50,000 per year, but an opportunity presents itself that will likely pay $100,000 or more per year, but it will be based solely on commission. Taking this kind of risk isn't viable if you need that $50,000 paycheck. Maybe you've always wanted to set up a business that never had the funds or resources to do so. The new business could make you millions of dollars, but it's a wasted opportunity if you can't get started. Perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity exists in real estate. You have the opportunity to buy a home at a fraction of its market worth, but it will be a significant risk. This may be a risk worth taking if you have money set aside. While cashing out your investments isn't always the best option, you do have the option if you need to, or if a once-in-a-lifetime chance arises. Someone with only a small amount of money saved is severely constrained in their options. Furthermore, having more money allows you to take on greater risk with your investments, which adds to the idea of being able to take advantage of more possibilities. If you sense potential in a stock, it's simple to be more speculative when you have extra cash, and it won't devastate your finances if the investment fails. Other investments presumably will still be available. You might get an opportunity to invest in a new company endeavor from a buddy, and you won't go broke if it doesn't work out. Someone with a little savings account will not be able to invest in something like this. If you're still trying to reach the $100,000 mark, there are a few things you may do to expedite the process. Because the vast bulk of these cash will come from your own pocket, you should concentrate on expanding your savings. This is the most effective approach to speed up the procedure. You must improve your salary in order to save more money on a regular basis. This may be accomplished by working a second job on weekends or a few nights per week, with the extra money going straight into savings. Consider creating a second business to supplement your current income. Spending money on things you don't need is a bad idea. Do you really want to spend $100 on a meal out, or would you rather save that money and spend it on something else? Remember that counting pennies is merely a temporary measure until you attain your objective and may relax a little. Avoid huge car payments for vehicles that are absolutely unnecessary, as these costs are one of the main reasons why many never reach $100,000, let alone $1 million. It will be easier to just keep doing what you're doing once you've grown accustomed with the process of saving and investing. You'll be used to finding ways to earn extra money and putting it into savings by the time you've amassed a significant sum of money. You'll also get in the habit of being more cautious with your purchases, questioning if they're necessary or if putting the money into savings would be more rewarding. Furthermore, you'll feel at ease taking risks in the process of investing through several market cycles, and you might even discover how to maximize your profits. According to Charlie Munger, once you achieve $100,000, you may ease up on the throttle a little. Although the first million is the next goal, it becomes more manageable because the majority of your investments will most likely be the product of compound interest rather than money you have to work for. When you're worried about how difficult it is to increase your net worth, remember this. Keep in mind that as time passes, it will get easier, more pleasurable, and more rewarding. That's it for this video, Fortune Fastlaner. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon.